I was completely myself, you know, obviously because I'm just like sitting here crying hysterically, like I was completely myself. I don't know how it goes for him, but he changed my life.
Hello? You know me? What's your name?
Trisha?
Well, Trisha. Ooh. So, why all this?
It was never like with malicious intent. It never was.
You still played with emotions and
I mean, I can't force you to believe it, but the feelings really weren't a lie.
Is that the only profile that you ever made in your life?
Yeah. And then for you to believe it, like I said, I'm not gonna force you to.
But you know, like, why'd you put a child in a situation that wasn't even real? I just want to know why'd you do that?
I did lose a kid myself. Little girl.
So that's real?
That's real. I need a minute.
Oh, take your minute.
Hey, sorry, we wanted to let you guys talk, but I don't want you to leave before I get to say hello.
Hi.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
Patricia.
Patricia. This is Cammie.
Hi.
I'm Neve. I understand this is emotions a lot. Yeah. But don't walk away from it. So, Patricia.
Yes.
You're from Denver?
I am. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20?
Yes.
So okay, and when did you start the Sabrina profile?
4 years ago.
Okay, so around the time that you met him was when you first created the page?
Right.
Was there a reason initially, or?
I've always been like a bigger girl, so I've been bullied all the way from the time I entered school till almost till I got out.
Right.
So I was like a sophomore. And then there's this guy, and he's like, hey, I think you're really beautiful. And he had planned for us to go to the movies. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and I finally get a text from him. He's like, hey, this was a joke. It was a prank. It was a bet. So that kind of just destroyed me. Because, like, why am I someone's laughing stock, you know? That put me in a dark place. I just wanted to be called, like, pretty. So that's then when I had made that page.
I mean, I totally understand initially doing it just to kind of get some positive feedback. But at some point, did it become clear to you that you could use the profile to lure men in and then kind of get them to possibly do things? Or?
No, I'm not that type of person.
But at some point, you started asking for money.
I've never asked for money.
He told us that he did send you some stuff.
I'm saying.
Right?
Okay, I understand that.
Food.
You did?
You just like use my kindness. And
I just don't know what to say.
What about the cousin?
You have other fake
you know what I'm
profiles.
saying? Like,
I just had those two.
Wait, so
What's the
Sabrina
two?
one and the cousin?
so that's fake?
Right.
That was a fake profile
So that was
as
you.
well?
Right. My friend requested him because he was messaging, flirting with other friends, and there was other females on Instagram he was flirting with. So I'm gonna need to catch him in the act.
Hard for you to justify
Right.
as someone who's been lying to him. It's a tough sort of case to make.
Right.
What I ever do to you for you to impersonate and come back as someone fake and with my feelings?
Actually, let me just start off by saying I had a daughter April 15th, 2015. So I had her and she was just not developed.
She was premature.
Right. So we were sitting in the hospital. So I made Sabrina's page because I was sitting there kind of like bored and hoping my daughter would, you know, make a recovery. So that gave me something to do.
So wait a second. You started the profile while you were in the hospital.
Right.
With your
yes.
daughter.
Yeah.
But you just told us a different version of the story.
So I had just went through this guy like making me his laughing stock, and I was in the hospital with my daughter trying to see if she has a fighting chance. So we were in the hospital until December, and then they unhooked her from NICU. She didn't live past 3 hours. So that was like where it was digging deeper, because that's my child, you know?
Now, obviously, like, it's impossible not to feel for you. We all feel for you. But if this story is true and you're someone who has had a daughter who passed, how can you fathom creating that scenario for another woman and her child?
I'm not making a pity story. Like, all I could say is I'm sorry. All the I love you, that wasn't fake.
I'm kind of done for the day.
All right. Well, look, this is a big deal. Would you be willing to meet us tomorrow? See what we can
Come up with tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll speak to
See
you
you
soon.
tomorrow. That was a lot.
That was intense.
You can't help but to feel for her because she's obviously been through a lot of for someone who's only 20 years old.
True.
But at the same time, it's hard to know how much of her story to believe.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Did y'all want to come in?
So we're just gonna let you and Craig talk for a minute.
Okay. I'm sorry for lying to you. I mean, I guess I just didn't tell you because I already knew how it was gonna play out, so I just didn't tell you.
What you're telling me, if it came out to be you, it wouldn't have been a relationship, right?
I guess, yeah.
And do you believe it would have been a friendship at least?
No.
No, you don't? Well, see, that's where you're wrong. I mean, you got some issues of your own that I can't help you with. I tried for 1 year and 3 months.
I mean, my issues are fine now.
You got more issues than just this. That's why you are the way you are.
Please tell me how I am then.
You impersonated someone else and you ruined several people's lives.
Okay.
I don't think you fully get it.
You want answers, but it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What's going on? There's really no need to pursue anything. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
damage is done.
If there's nothing else that you guys need to say to each other.
Say goodbye.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna now sit and talk.
Why am I so nice? Like, I broke her to her easy. I should have broke her to her hard.
When we got to Pittsburgh to meet Craig, he told us how much he loved you. He said no matter what, he wanted to pursue a friendship. And then over the course of the last few days, kind of realizing the full extent of what you did, he said he really disliked you. And it was just a shame because he was on the verge of saying, you know what, this girl has problems, but I want to help her.
He's gone. He made his decision. I really don't care if we have no communication. I don't.
The fact that you're here doing this means that there's some part of you that wants to change.
But I mean, just the first thing is just being honest about it.
Well, I think you've got to be honest with yourself about why you did it.
I sit here, you know, try to act all tough, you know, things like that.
It's not really you.
No, it's not me. I used to get bullied a lot, like real bad, you know. I guess I just know how people can get so mean, and I just did it back. I don't know. I guess in a way it felt good, you know. I guess it's the fact there was no one I could turn to. I used to tell myself, you know, like, what's the point of being here, you know?
Did you ever try to hurt yourself?
You know, I thought about killing myself like a few times.
I don't think that's a future you envision for yourself. But if you don't let yourself feel what it means to lose friends, then you're never gonna really appreciate what it means to have friends.
Let this change your life.
Hello.
Loira.
Lloyd, I'm Neve.
Juan.
Thank you for having us over.
Well, you're welcome.
As far as you knew, your daughter was in a relationship with Ramon.
Yes.
Did you know that she was pretending to be somebody else?
Yes. I was aware of the whole thing.
This is my sister and I love her to death, but I'm gonna say it regardless. Lloyda flat out lied to Ramon.
This guy was sending gifts, very generous gifts.
He wanted to.
Hold on, to a girl who
Sure,
he thought...
he wanted to.
Right. Didn't it bother you that there was a guy who was sending your daughter lots of things and he thought he was sending it to somebody else?
No. Cut it right there. When he starts sending her expensive gift, like for example, the wheat, Loida mentioned to me, Mommy, I think this is going too far. She decided to tell him the truth. And he stopped her and told her, I don't want to hear it.
I didn't want to get that face out in my head and everything, that name. Well, I looked at your page, your real page, and found a picture of a ring and a message that looked like it was for me.
He sent her that ring.
I never sent her a ring at all.
When Loida opened the envelope, it had your name on it. You did send that to her, Ramon.
I never sent her a ring.
If he's saying he didn't send it, sorry to tell you, Ramon, somebody pretend to be him and he doesn't know.
Lloyda, you want to explain that to your mom for us?
What?
How that all happened?
What happened?
The ring.
The ring.
Ramon gave you money.
It was birthday money.
You went online, you bought yourself a ring, you mailed it to yourself, and then in front of your mother, you lied to her and told her he had sent it to you. Am I wrong?
Are you surprised though that
No.
she sent the ring?
Whatever.
No, not whatever. It's important. These details are important.
Whatever.
You're not really hearing
No,
everything.
yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Your daughter's a liar.
My daughter's a liar. What about Ramon?
Ramon has his own issues to deal with.
I can see that.
And part of what I hope we can do today is everybody admits their issues. I encourage you to take this opportunity to take responsibility for what you've done. Same to you, okay? I'm just here to try and encourage both of you to be honest with yourselves.
Let me explain something to you. Forget that they're here for a minute. Forget everything is here right now, just me and you. Ever since my dad died and my grandpa died less than a year later, my life has been hell. And when I met him, it was all sunshine, it was happy. For the last 7 months, I've been the happiest I've ever been. Should I told him the truth then? Yeah, I should have, but I didn't, and that was my mistake. I want you in my life. I don't want to lose you. I am sorry for lying to you from the very beginning. I am sorry.
You wanted to meet the girl that you fell in love with. You have now met the girl that you fell in love with. What do you want to do now?
Now that I'm here and I have this opportunity, probably spend some time and see how it is. Seeing your real face, seeing who you really are. Is that okay?
Okay.
Mike, do you know her?
Yeah. Her name is Heather. We had another run-in on Plenty of Fish where she was somebody else. and called her out on it. She confessed, came clean, and then, okay.
Hi.
Hi,
Neve.
I'm Heather.
Okay, hi, Heather.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I don't know what else to say.
Why?
I don't know where to start. Remember Claire?
Yep.
When my friend and I made the fake profile and we pretended to be Claire to see if her husband was cheating on her, I was just talking to people and you sent me a message. You just started talking to me and I thought you were cool as crap. And so I gave you my number, my real number. I sent you a picture and I was like, hey, my name is Heather. This is what we're really doing. And you were not very nice. You didn't want to be my friend. And so I got upset. So I went and made Caroline. I originally did it just to be mean because I was mad at you. And then we have a lot in common. We like the same stuff. We do the same things. We have the same personality. And I didn't mean to fall in love with you. I didn't mean to start caring about you. It just happened.
But why keep up the lie for so long?
I tried not to. I tried to leave. Then after about a month, I missed you. How do you get rid of somebody who's an intricate part of your life? Who you tell all of your stuff to?
What do I actually know to be true?
Yeah, I made a fake picture and it's not what I look like. Everything else I told you is me.
Do you have cancer?
No, I'm not sick. When I said that I was sick, I was at the point where I could tell that you were frustrated and you were gonna leave. I didn't know what else to do. I don't want to not have Michael in my life, no matter how I can have you. Other than being sick and being a teacher and what I look like in my name is real.
I just don't know why it took so long for this to happen.
Because I was scared. I can't even tell you how many times I walked into your work and turned around and walked back out. I will do whatever I have to do to make it up to you.
I mean, we asked you that same question. Why would you continue to put yourself through this?
It was being hopeful. It was believing you.
Some people I'm sure you recognize.
Yeah. Can I start by saying, to you especially, like, I'm really sorry for using your pictures, not only of you, but like of your family. It was never anything personal. At the time, I was being really selfish. Like, that's the best excuse I can say.
You didn't stop to think, like, maybe this is a really bad idea?
It did cross my mind, but like I said, I was being selfish and I didn't care.
So you didn't stop to think about the multiple people that you were messing with? You didn't think about any of that?
Wasn't ever to seriously be vindictive or anything like that. That's not what I wanted to do.
But that is what you did.
It is what I did, but that was never my intention.
Well,
Like,
what was your intention?
Yeah.
To find something that I didn't have. Put on a mask and be able to connect with people.
And how and why did you choose Andrea?
Honestly, I Googled pretty Tumblr girl and she popped up and I was like, okay. But then like, people would bring it to my attention like, oh, this account's fake. Why aren't people tagging you? Why don't you have family members? So I decided to create other profiles so people wouldn't, suspect.
You said you didn't want to be vindictive, but Like, I've seen the things you said to other people.
Yeah.
It wasn't, like, polite all the time.
I understand, yeah.
So that's pretty vindictive, to say stuff like that and to manipulate people.
Yeah, I know.
We picked Alex out of a hat. Are we to understand that he's the only person that you had an emotional relationship with as Andrea or as any one of these fake profiles?
Emotionally, yes, but I did talk to other people.
How many?
I honestly, maybe 3 other people.
3 other guys that you were flirtatious with and who thought that they were moving towards some kind of a relationship
And are
with
somewhere
Andrea.
out there thinking they talk to me and thinking that I'm this person that you portrayed me to be that I'm probably not.
Yeah.
I've heard you when you're sincere. This doesn't seem sincere. Here's the thing.
It was never...
You know me well.
Yeah.
You know me very well at this point, and you know that I'm a caring person in general, and I like to help people, and you know that. And you had every opportunity to turn that around and just say, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you because you're a really good person, and I'd like to show you that I am too.
I agree. It was really wrong. I'm sincerely sorry, but that's what happened. I can't change it, but I am sorry.
What scares me a little bit is how resolved you seem about all this.
It seems rehearsed.
Seems a little canned. Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it.
Okay, look, I feel like there's still a barrier that we're trying to kind of get around or see over to understand how you really felt about all this. Why don't we just like collect ourselves for a second?
It's fine.
She really doesn't get it.
I don't know.
She is no grass. I mean, like, I've heard her emotional. There's no emotion in this.
You don't think it's just because she's nervous?
I don't think so.
She does seem pretty sort of stone cold.
Well, she's just got a rationalization for everything.
Right away, like without thinking, she just had it ready.
All right, well, let me go in there quickly. Zoe, you all right? What's going on?
Okay, sorry.
You all right?
I'm just really overwhelmed.
Just like with us being here? Or...
I guess realizing what I've done. So sorry.
It's all right. Just
trying to calm down. I guess seeing Alex face to face and seeing what I've actually done, it hurts. And I've hurt him. I'm not really good at talking about my emotions, so I try and like straight face, you know?
this is an opportunity to like actually show them how you feel so that they can feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah.
Do you think you want to try and have a conversation that won't be easy, that will be emotional?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Say something. I'll start the conversation. This is Jose. As I understand, Jose has been Rosa.
Yep. This is just crazy, man. What are you doing, man?
Man, I didn't mean for this to happen like this.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself, bro?
I am ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
I am, and I'm not gonna lie.
What is this, man? Why would you do something like that?
I never meant, I never meant to hurt nobody else. I was trying to hurt the person in the picture.
The girl in the picture? Why, do you know her?
Natalie.
So you know Natalie?
I went to school.
In Florida?
I was trying to get her to feel the pain that I felt. I used to be bullied in school, by her and obviously a group of other people.
So you created the account to take revenge on her?
Basically, yeah.
You made that account in high school?
I was in high school. I was in 9th grade.
And how old are you now?
I'm 26 now.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Whatever you have against this girl, bro, what does that have to do with me? You don't play with people like that. You don't do that to people. I'm over here making plans. I'm like all into this girl. What were you actually planning on getting out of this? Eventually, we're gonna find out the truth. You know, this is just crazy, man. It's embarrassing, actually. You know?
It is embarrassing. You know, like, I'm sorry. Like, I am.
You need some help. You need to go to church. You need to get involved. You need to speak to someone. You can't just lock yourself in there and make believe you're a woman. If you like men, holla at a dude that likes men. As simple as that, man. What you did was wrong.
And I admit it.
And
I
have nothing to say to you, man. This is an embarrassment, for real. I'm done here. This is so embarrassing. It's not even funny.
I didn't mean to hurt him, you know, but I was going through so much at home, and the only reason that I did continue talking to Danny, like, I wanted to stop at first, you know, but he was the type of person that he sat there, you know, and he listened. He listened and actually gave me advice and never tried to judge me.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. I mean, I know I'm not, you know, Barbie or, you know, anything like that. And I have a lot of explaining to do, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm Melissa.
Jared.
I know who you are, but you really have, you know, no clue who I am at this point. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you know who I am. It obviously is what it is right now. And my apologies, definitely. Pretty much all of it was, you know, me, just not me. You know what I mean? Everything, all the emotions, you know, just a different face, I suppose, you know.
Yeah.
I really don't even know what to say right now.
What was the reason that you sort of started this whole profile business?
The reason was because I had so many self-esteem issues. Like, I used to cut myself. Like, I couldn't handle the depression anymore, so I had to figure out something to make myself happy. And it was bad, I understand. But I got so much out of it, and like, I wouldn't have met Jared without doing it, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that kind of situation.
Just give me one second.
Okay, it's cool.
Go ahead.
Huh?
You good?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes a lot. Yeah. But I feel like basically what we were talking about before, a lot of that applies.
Yeah.
Melissa, who's the girl in the pictures that you were using? Anybody that you know?
No.
Just a random person?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, that's the crazy thing about the internet. You can be whoever you want to be. If I wanted to be, I could be, you know, a self-made millionaire, you know.
You're doing this kind of to help your self-esteem.
That's what I...
And so when you say I love you, or when he says he loves you, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, we established this great relationship, even though it was over the phone. I told you things about me I've never told anyone.
And it in space, and he got, I mean,
I'm
wasn't
like
that
just trying to
another opportunity?
grasp everything.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm like
you know,
thousands and thousands of
I'm
questions
just,
that
you
are
know,
just like
this
flooding in at one
person
time, and I'm trying to make sense of everything.
I I was completely myself, you know, obviously because I'm just like sitting here crying hysterically, like I was completely myself. I don't know how it goes for him, but he changed my life.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Max.
Kamel, how you doing?
Hi, Max.
What's your name?
I'm Stephanie.
Stephanie and
Ligarius.
Ligarius.
Yep.
Would you guys say you're really close friends with
We
Fermel?
are. Definitely. Yeah. And me and Fermel knew each other from high school. Yeah. And Stephanie was my sweet mate, so we all came together.
Yeah.
Fermel, Stephanie, Fermel, and it was like a trio. So.
How much do you guys know about Fermel's relationship with Anthony?
Well, he used to talk about him all the time.
Yeah. I was like, okay, Fermel, so when are you gonna meet him? So.
And that's when I told him like about the Mark Wells page. I love you so much. I'm willing to sit here and answer all of your questions.
Well, I think the question is, who are you?
I'm Fermel, and I was born February 19th. When I was about 12, I ended up getting into an accident to where I was having surgery after surgery. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't do anything but lay down and eat. So I gained a lot of weight. Not long after that, I hit a place to where I would really look in the mirror and say, I hate myself. And I thought I wasn't worth anything. That was a major point in my life. And after then, I dealt with a lot of pain because me liking guys was really wrong, I guess, for me and my family because being homosexual was against God. It developed into me being confused that I became a person I didn't want to be. I was holding it all in. And so when I met Anthony, I had somebody to talk to. He was always there. And he was a person that I confided in a lot. Though the picture was not real, the feelings, the experience, all of that was very much real for me. That was real. And I really need your forgiveness. I need your forgiveness so I can move on. I don't know of any other way to put it.
Well, I accept your apology and I forgive you.
We've spent now some time with Bianca. She's just got a really hard shell. This deception, I think, is extra hard for her.
No matter what I say, it's not gonna, I can't take away, the hurt that she feels. I think and I know I did it because I was 300 pounds and I felt like people wouldn't accept me if I was myself.
You said everyone was like really great and understanding about you being gay.
Yeah.
Were they mean about the weight issue?
No one bullied me about my weight. Yeah, it was a lot of self-image. Me just feeling like, here I am in a new school, not making that many friends. I felt kind of like an outcast, and that's why I did it.
Sorry to be frank, but I listened to your story, and then I listened to Bianca's story, who lives in a very small town, who is a black woman, who's a lesbian.
I don't understand what race has to do with it. I'm half Mexican.
No, I'm just telling you, people were very critical of her. They talked down to her, they were disrespectful. You really didn't have the bullying. You just kind of pulled yourself down and decided you were going to take on this persona and ruin other people's lives.
You don't know me. You don't know all my struggles, you know?
Well,
Like,
that's why we're here, to hear your stories.
And
so
I
really know what you're
understand that,
telling us.
but-
I just really need you to dig deeper inside of yourself and try to figure out, or at least understand that you hurt. Bianca, especially.
I know.
Okay.
I had something happen to me in my freshman year in high school that was like really scary, and that definitely, you know, started a path of destruction. And it's just like, there's a crime committed.
Against
to
you?
me- against me, yeah.
Physically?
Yes. After that happened, and I missed a lot of school, and like, that's when, like, you know, I started feeling like more.
Come here, girl. Oh, it's okay, babe. Listen, this whole process is for you to realize that you are beautiful.
You don't have to sit here and tell us.
Yeah.
But I do think that you should tell Bianca.
I don't want it to like come across as like, you know, I'm using anything like as an excuse.
If there's anybody you can talk to about that, it's Bianca. I think that hearing that story would make her feel a little bit more understanding of who you truly are, and I think that's a great first step.
I'm more than willing to open up to Bianca because she deserves to know.
So I think we should head back over there.
You can hide from the truth for too long.
She's got to know who you are, and she's got to know why you did this.
I felt like I didn't find the right words to say in the moment.
I can't wake myself dream.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nice to see you again.
Hi.
My sister.
Neve. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hello.
Joy.
Joy, Neve. Here, I'm sure you've been waiting to meet. Is Kim?
Hello. Finally. Hey. Hi. I like your bag. How you doing? Hey. How are you doing? Good. He's a really good-hearted kid, and obviously he's felt a lot of connection towards you since you guys were 14 years old. Oh my God, that's a long time.
He would never meet me, ever. I tried for a long time, but never.
He was scared to meet you, that you would get disappointed.
You've taken a huge step in meeting Kim. You said this was probably one of the things that you were the most scared of in your entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to feel good that you did it.
Yeah.
And that maybe now you can do other things that you were afraid of too.
That's what this whole thing's about, is I've been doing nothing but waiting with Kim, with my weight, and it's not gonna be another 11 years, another 20 years. It's just not. I've just taken life, you know, and I'm living it. There is no unmotivated Matt anymore. It's when I wake up in the morning, I want to be awake. Because I mean, there were times when I literally almost killed myself, and it's tough to be so big that when you kill yourself, you have to try to figure out like how to do it so people don't find your body. Because even when you die, you're still gonna be embarrassed of who you are. So, you know, I'm so happy every day when I wake up now because I'm doing so much better for myself. It just feels like, you know, I went to the bottom part of who I was, and I will never go back there ever again. So, it's just up from here.
All right, buddy. I think that's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm really excited for you. I know you can do it.
Thanks.